Hi, I'm a lesbian, or at least I think I'm a lesbian. Yes, but I'm the biggest, let's be real. This is just to prove. Why? I want to come on here and have a good time. Oh, yeah. Oh, they saw my tum-tum! The moon landing didn't happen. Oh, sorry, I farted. What?
Amberlynn did not shower the whole time we were at my mom's. The 20-piece McNugget thing, she came back in a video and said that she had not eaten, or I came back and said she didn't eat a 20-piece nugget. She had me say that. She did eat a 20-piece nugget. She really did.
Sometimes I'm just silly and I'm weird and I do immature things. Like, you only live once. Be dumb. Be dumb. Be cringe.
Do it.
Be goofy. Yes. Be immature. Like, I just don't care. I just don't care.
The love of God and all things holy, she did stink. How about that?
The fact that Destiny's in the chat is funny. She's obsessed with me. I mean, that just goes to show it. I am live. I am live. Oh, I'm nervous. This has been a long time.
Hey girls, how you doing? Pookie did a 2-hour live stream and it was interesting. I will try to give minimum commentary because this is already long, so I hope you enjoy it.
Slowest form of suicide I've ever seen. I could say the same thing about people who like smoke cigarettes, who do any sort of like drug, who drink alcohol.
Yes, you can. So what's your point?
Destiny's mom hit you. Yes. It's not even just like she hit me, like she attacked me. Like there needs to be a little bit of backstory. Destiny has been very open about her mom being an alcoholic. Everyone around Destiny's mom would notice is that when she would do that, she would act, I don't have a word for it, but for the lack of a better word or term, she would take out a lot of her anger on me. I accepted it for a long time. And I tried to stick up for myself a few times. As me and Destiny were sitting in the kitchen, the dining room table, and we were talking about work. I was saying how like I love the job, I enjoy it, it's fun. But I remember saying like YouTube is also important to me, and it's something that I would love to do. Mendy was in the living room, and she heard me and Destiny talk. And she got upset with what I was saying. And she was saying how she didn't agree with me doing YouTube and didn't think that I should do it and didn't want me to stay at home and just like gain all this weight and all this stuff. And at the time, because of everything else that had happened with me and Mendy prior to this incident, I felt myself just like my emotions, I exploded and I just started crying. And I said, this is none of your business. This isn't up to you. This is up to me, whatever it may be. Mendy got really mad. And she said, you know what, then I want you to leave. She was like kicking me out. I remember she went all the way upstairs. She started grabbing my perfume. And I think she threw like 2 down the stairs, 2 of my perfumes. And I started screaming because it's like, I felt so much trauma. This was very much like, wow, okay, so this is how my dad used to act.
I can see how living with Amberlynn would be hell. Dusty said that Pookie wanted to do things her way, and at this point, she was contemplating quitting her job and being at home all the time with Dusty's mom. Pookie didn't want to follow this woman's rules when she was under her roof. It is pretty disrespectful to tell her that it's none of her business, especially when you are living with her Lowell, and she sees nothing wrong with that.
I said something that I can't remember. If Destiny can remember, I would love for her to share that. But I think I blacked out. It felt like I did because the next thing I knew, Mendy was running down the stairs and then she started like literally punching me, slapping me. And I remember falling to the ground and she got a K cup, which was metal and it was pretty big. And she was hitting me over the head with it. I did not touch her. I did not hit her. I did not disrespect her in the way that like, I feel like a lot of people probably thought.
Now Pookie, you are a condescending bitch and we all know how you talk to people. That doesn't excuse Dusty's mom being physical, unless Pookie said something about her health, fertility, or something of that sort. It is also interesting how she remembers every detail, except for that one thing she said that made Dusty's mom go off.
Because she was emotionally and mentally abusing me. So it was that day where it became physical, where I said, Destiny, we need to move. I don't think I've ever found a place to move that quick in my life. So that is when we moved into the townhome. Me and Mendy were able to mend, for the lack of a better word, we were able to mend our relationship and we got really close. Her and I had cancer at the exact same time.
That's the story from both sides and it is pretty much the same. I think Dusty's mom had a lot of issues, but Amberlynn was not how she has portrayed now. She was probably hella rude and acted like the toddler she is.
I am here to admit anything that I did. Like Destiny saying that I didn't shower while living with her mom is absolutely 100% her telling the truth. I did not shower while living with her mother because I could not fit in the shower. And it's like for Destiny to come on here and to say that this is her healing while laughing at something as me not being able to fit in the shower, that's not healing. That's being gross. That's being rude.
Lol, don't be mad at her. She learned it from you. And Dusty is a fat liar too. She is doing this for money and attention, not healing.
Every single day I had to shower outside of the shower, if that makes sense. but I made sure to stay as clean as possible during that time. I only moved to Kentucky for Destiny, and we had like no money. We had like no money. I made a little bit from YouTube. As soon as I was making money from YouTube, I used that to move.
Oh my god, that's just nasty. It is crazy how not being able to fit in the shower didn't motivate her to lose weight. She was actually gaining weight at that time.
A lot of people keep talking about it's like, well, you monetized your relationship. Every single penny that I've ever made while in a relationship with someone, and they also got that money. They could buy whatever they wanted, spend how much they wanted. Like, they never had to ask me, nothing.
I don't believe that, and Dusty said that Pookie holds that over someone she gives money to, and I can totally see that. Well, you've seen her say my apartment and open quote my car to Becky, and I just know that she probably brings that up in every argument.
I'm able to admit when she's telling the truth, and I'm able to admit when the fuck she's lying. And when she sits there and says, like, I never asked Amberlynn for money, that is a fucking lie. She asked me for money so many times, and every single time that I said no, she would freak out when I didn't want to give her money, and she would get mad at me. We wouldn't hang out for weeks on end, months on end, and it's like the only time she wanted to ever be my friend or hang out with me. I'm gonna let you guys know that anytime that you guys ever saw her on my vlog as a friend, it's because I either paid for her gas to come to me, I either Venmoed her money to come to me, I paid for whatever we did, the food. If you ever saw us at Walmart, it's because I paid. If you ever saw anything, it's because I paid. And yes, I did that willingly because that is the person that I am.
I think Dusty is a user, and she used Amberlynn's desperation to get free shit. However, I do also think Amberlynn tries to keep people around her by flexing her money and paying for everything.
I hold money over people's heads. I can understand where she is coming from because there was several times where I would, let's say an example, Destiny, we were hanging out, and she said something rude to me. You can ask Dana. So rude to me all the time. And I would be like, Destiny, why do you disrespect me so much while like we're out to dinner and I'm paying for it? So if that's me holding money above someone's head, then fine. She's right. I did.
Lol, that's definitely holding money over someone's head. You just know that every time they went out it was Amberlynn's idea, and she probably suggested paying for everyone's food. The other person doesn't need to kiss your ass for the rest of their life, lol.
Like Destiny would be hella rude to me and Dana would call Destiny out on her shit. Like Dana was kind to me. She was there for me. I also have personal things that I could say about Destiny. One comes to my mind right now that literally tears me to pieces that would make everybody hate her. But I am not that person and I won't be that person. That is why I continue to say, like, I am only here to share my side of the story, the things that happened to me.
Gaul, please shut up. Anything you say about Dusty is going to turn on you too. Anything bad she has done or said doesn't matter because you stayed friends with her after all of that. Just like how Dusty tried to expose you for being nasty, but slept in the same bed as you. You both aren't shit.
I had a moment where I was like, no one's going to believe me. No matter what I say, no one is going to believe me because like that, but people have made me a villain. And it's like, no matter what I do, no matter what type of content I make, no matter what I talk about, I will always be that person because it's so fucking easy for Amberlynn Reed to be the villain. And it's like, I'm not here to sit here and lie. I'm not here to sit here and, or any of that, because you know how easy it would be for me to say, yeah, I showered. She's a fucking liar. Like, you know how hard it is for me, like in front of over 2,000 people, to sit here and say for a few months I was not able to like get in the shower as like a normal modern day person.
People don't think you shower now. What makes you think they would believe that? Honestly, I wouldn't ever call Amberlynn a liar. She is just living in another world where she thinks differently than all of us, lol.
You lied about SA. No, I didn't. I was molested by my cousin when I was 7 years old. Like I said, I will answer anything about myself. That is also another situation that I talk about in therapy. I was 7 years old and I did not tell my mom until I was 12. I was actually molested by a female. Your cousin or father's friend? Wait, what? No, it was not my dad's friend. It was a cousin. Oh, me saying it was my dad's friend, 100,000%. I said that for a long time. Yes, I did. Because this cousin lived with me and my parents and my brother. So for a long time when I was younger, like especially my teenage years, I did say it was someone that was not related to me. Yes, I did.
And she is crying when people assume she is lying. She acted so confused when they were asking her if it was her father's friend, then said she had said that for years. Pick a story and stick with it, Gaul.
You look bigger than ever. Nope, I'm not. How are you today? I mean, honestly, when I take away like the bullying and the harassment from YouTube, I'm actually so good. When I take away the fact that I have an ex who's like kind of obsessed with me and shares personal details, even though I won't do the same, I'm actually so good.
Gaul, by your whole life is YouTube. When you are not filming, you are on IG responding to Dusty, so stop it.
So there's no tea. I don't really know what that means. I am not here to spill tea on my ex. That's not why I'm here. But my heart is always coming from a good place. And I think that with this whole situation, it kind of shows that like I could never, ever just morally see myself sitting on a live stream laughing about my ex's like past problems.
Someone, please tell Amberlynn that she is delusional and she is not this high moral person she thinks she is. And now let's listen to Amberlynn telling us her smelling timeline and take a guess on what excuse she uses.
If you go back and you listen to what Destiny said, she said that while I was with her, I didn't smell. From 2018 to I think it was 2020, I bled. And this is so embarrassing. And the fact that I have to even talk about this is so fucking horrible. And the fact that Destiny can just like laugh about it is like so fucked up. While I had cancer, I bled for 2.5 years and it had, oh my God. So after that, after I had my hysterectomy, that stopped.
This is the woman who said she is grateful that she had cancer. She smelled from the bleeding for 2 years and it didn't cross her mind to go to the doctor. And she gets triggered when people say it was her fault.
I've never seen someone who has had cancer, is a cancer survivor, get treated like this. No. I care that people believe me, of course, but it's like, this is like one of those things where it's like, to even question someone's cancer story is pretty gross.
People aren't doing this in real life, but there are a lot of attention-seeking people on YouTube who will absolutely fake having cancer for views and money, so it is not disgusting. And this is coming from a person who believes her cancer story, and I never doubted it.
The Mountain Dew can story did not happen. I can say that. Even while me and Destiny were friends, she would bring that up, and I would say that did not happen. Like, I do remember there being a time where this was when I was doxxed for the first time ever in my life, and it just felt so scary. And, I had really bad anxiety going on because of that, and just because of just like, my mental illness. And, I wasn't medicated at the time. I didn't see a therapist at the time, like nothing like that. And she wanted to leave. And I was like really scared because it was like the day after I was doxxed. And I was telling Destiny, like, no, please don't go. I don't even remember there being an argument. So I don't remember that happening. I'm not a violent person at all.
We all love a good selective memory. She is picking and choosing what she remembers. She forgets some stuff because of trauma and some stuff just didn't happen. She never threatened to harm herself, but she just listed 20 excuses why she didn't want Dusty to leave to see her mom. It is almost like Amberlynn doesn't give a fuck about the person she is with, and they all have to live their lives to make her comfortable.
One day I'm going to stop uploading. One day. I don't know how my life would look after that, but I think the binge monster was very much like an excuse for like a food addiction. How are you confused on why people dislike you when you treated Becky like garbage on live stream and continue to do so after you broke up? I have apologized for that personally, privately, publicly, in every sort of way. My hurt, my pain, my confusion, my embarrassment, my fear, it all were perfect ingredients for me to like lash out. And I have apologized multiple times.
Unless you're a 12-year-old, you have no right to use mental issues to lash out at people and hurt them. Go and deal with whatever the fuck you got going on and leave people out of it.
Everyone has trauma. If that's your logic, then Destiny's trauma and mental health should excuse her from every terrible thing she did or said to you. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. And I think that's why I was able to forgive Destiny's mom so easily, because I know her mom and I know her past, and trauma does things that are
I literally don't want to live in a world where people use their trauma and mental issues to get passes for being hurtful to their surroundings. Where's the sympathy for the people around those people who get the worst end of the stick?
apologizing does not erase the crappy things you do. The people who hurt may forgive you, but we're left to remember those actions and dislike you for it. I absolutely agree, but there comes a time where it's like growth needs to happen and people need to move on.
What growth, bitch? Cake Gate happened a month ago. It's a pattern of behavior and people don't need to forget about anything though.
Was I lying about the seatbelt being broken? See, I don't remember that. Like I said, I'm here to answer anything and to clarify anything. I do not remember the seatbelt part, so I can't even answer to that. I'm sorry. But like, if it wasn't broken and Destiny's saying that it wasn't, I want to believe her because for the most part, she is telling the truth about pretty much everything for the most part. It's just like the Code Red Mountain Dew situation. That did not happen. And I will swear that up and down.
The seatbelt was a huge issue, and she had that problem with Becky too, so she is lying for sure, lol.
Oh, the breaking up story. Cass lied in that like hard. That's where she lied. So, oh yeah, and she lied about how supposedly she didn't want me to quit my job. Liar. So the whole breaking up thing. So when Destiny would go to work, she would work 12-hour shifts. It was a lot. And the driving, the commuting, et cetera, et cetera. She was like never home ever. And she works 6 days a week. Every lunch, I wanted Destiny to call me for literally, it could have been 30 seconds. It could have been 10 seconds. It could have been 15. It could have been 10 minutes. I didn't care how long. I wanted either like a text or like a call just to be like, I love you. My day's been good. That's all. That's all. because I was home alone 24/7. So, you know, from your partner, just a real quick, I love you text message or a real quick call. I had a lot of anxiety. Like I said, I was being doxxed around that time. I was super anxious, home alone all the time. I was just going through a hard time.
Lo, like I said, she only cares about what's happening to her. What about Dusty? She was working for 12 hours and she was probably going through other stuff, but who cares? Amberlynn was having anxiety. And she is a liar. I don't believe she wanted a quick text. She wanted Dusty to talk during lunch so that she won't go and cheat.
And my abandonment issues mixed with Destiny cheating on me emotionally, where I did see text messages where she was flirting with Dana.
She says in one of her videos that she saw the messages and they were not flirting, but now she knew everything.
Work together, but Destiny was now emotionally cheating on me with someone named Jay. Like, okay, I have a partner who is emotionally cheating on me with two females. That is making me uncomfortable. They work together. When she was at work and she lied to me because she was hanging out with the girl that she was cheating on me with.
So did you want a 10-second text because you had anxiety and were home alone, or was it because you were insecure? Which one is it, Gall?
Hiding all of this pain inside. I was just letting her do the emotional cheating. Like, it was hurting and I knew she was doing it, but it's like, I didn't want to lose her. So I finally spoke upon it and I said, Destiny, you're literally lying to me. The lid. She ended up turning off her phone. I couldn't contact her. So in my head, I was like, okay, so she emotionally was cheating. Is she now physically cheating? So when she came home, like, I was crying. I was like distraught because I very much have like hardcore trauma, like being abandoned. I was afraid she wasn't going to come home. Like, it was just like a mess because I was in love with her. I was loyal to her. So when she finally came home, like I said, I was crying, all this stuff. And I remember I looked at her and because she was just acting so weird. I looked at her and I said, are you breaking up with me? And I remember this verbatim. She says, I guess I am.
She didn't know shit, and I stick by that, lol. She was controlling and needy. It is exhausting being with someone who does all this bad stuff and uses trauma to not take accountability.
So, and then literally the day after she broke up with me, she tried to hook up with this girl. And she said, yeah, I don't want to be with anyone. I don't want to hook up with anyone. I just want to work on myself and I want you to work on you. And like, we could possibly get back together. And it was like 5 days later, her and Dana are now talking, flirting, this and that. And me and Destiny ended up having sex together. So it's like, while she was talking to Dana, she just got done talking with Jay. And then while she was also talking to Dana, but then she was also hooking up with her ex, which was me.
I agree she is a cheater, lol. But should we give her a pass because of all the shit she dealt with Pookie? I love how she keeps emphasizing on Dusty being a cheater when we all know Pookie is a cheater too.
Like, Destiny is a cheater who is still actively, I don't know if she's doing it behind her fiance's back, but Dana, I'm sorry, please do not get mad at me. Destiny is unblocking Dana randomly and sending her messages trying to talk to her. Is a cheater. She is a liar. She is known for these things.
Lol, is she trying to get back with her, or is she trying to do an Avengers Assemble where Dusty, Becky, and Dana spill all the tea on Pookie?
How much money would you say you gave Destiny after you broke up? Oh my gosh. I mean, are we talking like physical money or everything that I bought for her nieces and nephews? The food I bought her, anytime we would hang out, have activities, etc., etc. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Yes, I did that by choice because when I love someone, like even like a friend, that is what I do. I have always been very giving to all of my friends, every single one.
You are not a good person just because you shower people with money in order to keep them around. That's called being stupid and having nothing else to offer. Why are you blaming Dusty for your stupidity and giving money to her nieces to make yourself feel better?
Do you think Destiny deserved money for being in your vlogs? When we were in a relationship, she got all money. An example, Destiny and I are friends. She's dating Dana. I'm with Becky. I film her for 2 minutes in a 10-minute video. So let's say I make $400 off of that one video. And in that one video, I've already, for Destiny to be in there for 2 minutes, I've already spent more than $400 on that bitch. Period.
Lol, they aren't talking about a 2-minute clip. There was a time when Dusty was in all videos. And why are you cursing Dusty out? She never said she should have gotten money for being in the vlogs. People are saying that, lol.
Did Destiny ever love you? Yes. And my favorite part is her saying that she was never going to propose to me and I was never the love of her life. Like, I don't know if she still has it on her Instagram. I know I fucking don't. But all of her photos with me, her little captions, this is the love of my life. I can't wait to marry you one day. She's nothing but a liar. She's a serial liar, a serial cheater. She proposes to fucking everybody. I never once made her give me a promise ring. She also said that. That's a bullshit lie.
What we do here is go back.